can like it.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm filming another video in between me reading this, so hopefully you guys check that out. So you might be wondering, what is this book that you have in front of you? What's it titled? All That We Never Were by Kellen. It's part of a series. It's the first book. I just got it at Barnes & Noble a few hours ago. Maybe like 1.5 hours ago. I don't know. But isn't it so pretty? Isn't it so pretty? Like, let me give you a spin around the book. It's so freaking pretty in the form of a rose, which is going to the, to the warm colors. It's one of the thicker books, so just know that if you guys want to read that. So like I said, it's the first book in a series, so this is the second book we have right here, and it's called All That We Are Together, and it kind of follows the continuation. Ooh, I have a little fluffy thing right there on my nail. I know you guys can see it because I see it. Okay, so anyways, yeah, it kind of follows the continuation of the flower going to the warm colors onto the cool colors. So we're gonna open this book and I'm gonna be reading the first POV for you guys. Depending on how long it is. So this book is double POV between Leah and Axel Nguyen. So they're gonna be, the friendships, the friends to lovers, to friends to lovers benefits, or to lovers with benefits thing going on here. I have my annotation. So I have these highlighters that match the theme, which are orange, pink, purple, a purple pen, and then blue highlighter with, these. And then we also have sticky notes, and then we have transparent sticky notes just in case we want to write in the book with pen. And I'm kind of warming up to writing in my book with pen. That's why I'm using, sticky notes just in case anything happens. We also have my AirPods just in case we want to listen to the music that was listed in here. And then we have a brand new bookmark with the beaded kind of tinsel, I believe it's called. And then we have the color themed bookmarks, or book tabs, sorry. And then we have, of course, the handy dandy phone in case we do want to listen to the audiobook along with me reading it. But I don't think we will today, at least. So this right here is the prologue. So let me take you guys in a bit. Okay, I lost the page. Okay, right here, this is the prologue. Very simple, very neat. It's just one page of a prologue, as you guys can tell. Now we're gonna begin reading. Prologue. Hold on, let me grab my handy dandy pen. Everything can change in an instant. So I'm automatically gonna highlight that, because it's true. I'll use my bookmark, but I probably won't use it for every single case, you know? Okay. Wow, that's very neat. It kind of bled right there in the end of the sentence, but that's okay. That's very neat though. I like that. I remember putting a dark blue on here. Should I be scared, y'all? No, I switched tabs. I switched tabs. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What this? Yup. Okay. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked for a little bit. But we're gonna use this color, which is kind of like an ugly olive green in a way. Okay. Then it says, I had heard that phrase many times throughout my life, but I never stopped to really chew it over, to savor the meaning those words can leave behind on your tongue when you break them down and feel as your own. That bitter feeling that comes with every what if dot dot dot. That awakens when something bad happens and you ask yourself if you could somehow prevented it. Because the difference between having it all and having nothing is only 1 second. 1 second, like back then when that car swerved into the wrong lane, or like now when he decided he had nothing to fight for, and the black and gray swallowed up all the color that was floating around me just a few months ago. Because at that second he turned right. I wanted to follow him, but I hit a barrier, and I realized I could only keep going to the left. That was the end of the prologue, so hopefully it doesn't start as bad as the prologue went, but I'm not saying it wasn't written very good, which it was written nice, so we might get a few trigger warnings throughout this book right here. It really doesn't mention anything at all in the book, so I don't know, except seeing Leah in the so low basically is a punch to Axel's guts. That might be a sign that there's gonna be some kind of violence in here. I don't know. Right now the time is January, which is a summer. So we get Axel's POV right here. It says, I was lying on the surfboard while the sea swayed around me. That day the crystalline water seemed held by a giant swimming pool. There were no waves, no wind, and no noise. I heard my own tranquil breath and the splashing whenever I let my arms drop. And then I quit, just stayed there motionless, staring at the horizon. I could say I was waiting for conditions to change so I could catch a good wave, but I knew perfectly well that there wouldn't be one that day, or that I was killing time as I often did. But I remember what I was really doing was thinking. Yes, thinking about my life with the sensation that I reached all my goals and lived one dream after another. I'm happy, I told myself. And I think it was that tone that echoed in my head, that faint that faint question mark, that made me furrow my brows, still gazing at the undulating surface. Am I happy? I asked myself. I didn't like the quivering doubt, vivid, demanding my attention. I closed my eyes before taking off into the sea. Later, with my surfboard under my arm, I went back home, walking barefoot over the sand, over the oh wait what? Over the sand of the beach and the trail lined with weeds. I pushed the door open because of the humidity. It was always stuck. Left the board on the back porch and continued inside. I placed a folded towel on the chair and didn't get dressed, sitting instead at my desk, which was the embodiment of chaos and took up an entire side of the living room. Chaos, at least, for any sane person. Papers full of notes, others with discarded proofs, the rest of it just meaningless scribbles. On the right there was a clearing with pens, pencils, pictures. Above it, a calendar with days marked out before the deadline, and on the other side, my computer. I looked through the accumulated work and answered a few emails before continuing with the project I was working on just then, a tourist brochure for the Gold Coast. It was basic, an illustration of the beach, with the curved lines of waves and the blurry shadows of surfers. The kind of job I enjoyed most, simple, quick, clear, and well paid. No nonsense about improvising, about keeping your suggestions in mind, just simple draw fucking beach. After a while, I made a sandwich with the few ingredients left in the fridge and served myself my second coffee of the day, cold, without sugar. I was about to bring the cup to my lips when someone knocked at the door. I didn't usually get unannounced visitors, so I left the coffee on the counter with a frown. If I'd known in that moment what those few short raps would bring, maybe I wouldn't have opened up. Who am I trying to fool? I could never have turned my back on him, and it would have happened either way, sooner, later. What does it mean? From the beginning, it feels like I was playing Russian roulette with the bullet in every chamber, and one of them was fated to go through my heart. I was still learning. I was still leaning my head on the door frame when I realized there was no courtesy call. I stepped out. I stepped out. I stepped out. I stepped outside. I stepped outside. I stepped outside. I stepped out. I stepped outside to let Oliver come in. He was, I don't know what that word is, and serious. I followed him to the kitchen, asking what happened. He ignored the coffee and opened the liquor cabinet, taking out a bottle of brandy. Nice choice for a Tuesday morning, I said. I got a fucking problem. I waited without saying anything. still dressed in the bathing suit I donned when I got up. Oliver was wearing long pants and a tucked-in white shirt, the kind of thing I'd have sworn he'd never wear. I don't know what I'm going to do. I keep thinking of alternatives, but I've tried them all, and I think I'm going to need you. He got my attention mainly because Oliver never asked for favors, not even for, not even from me. His best friend since before he learned to ride a bike. He didn't when he was going through the worst moment in his life, and he rejected almost all the help I offered him because he was proud, or because he thought he was bothering me, or because he wanted to show himself he could handle the situation, however difficult it was. Maybe for that very reason, I didn't hesitate. You know, I'll do it. You know, I'll do whatever you need. Oliver downed his drink in one sip, left the glass in the sink, and stood there, leaning on his hands. They're sending me to Sydney. It's temporary. What the fuck? I opened my eyes wide. 3 weeks, a month, for a year. They want me to oversee the new branch they're opening, and then come back once everything's stable. I'd like to reject the offer, but they're doubling my goddamn salary, Axel, and now I need it. For her, for everything. I watched him run a hand through his hair, nervous. A year's a long time, I said. I can't take her. I can't. What does that mean? Let's be honest. I knew perfectly well what that "I can't take her" implied. And my mouth went dry just then, because I knew I couldn't say no. Not to the two people I care more about in the world. My family. Not the one you're born into. I had enough as far as that goes, but the family you choose? I know what I'm asking you for is sacrifice. It was. But it's the only solution. I can't take her to Sydney now that she's already started school, especially with her missing last year. I can't pull her away from everything she knows right now. It would be too many changes. You're all we have left. Leaving her alone isn't an option. She's got anxiety, nightmares. She's not right. I need Leah to be herself again before she goes off to college next year. I rubbed the back of my neck, following Oliver's lead from a few minutes before and taking out the bottle of brandy. The shot warmed my throat. When are you leaving? I asked. In a couple of weeks. Jesus, Oliver. Well, I guess that's the first introduction we get to see of Leah possibly moving into Axel's apartment or wherever he's staying. I'm so excited to see how Leah is gonna warm up to Axel and how they're gonna, build up their relationship together. Yeah. So we might as well just read Axel's second POV, or Axel's second chapter, because it's only one page. So it says, I had just turned 7 when my father got the pink slip and we moved to the Bohemian town called Byron Bay. Or Byron Bay, maybe. Before then, we'd always lived in Marborn. Sorry, my camera cut off. But it says, Before then, we'd always lived in Melbourne, on the third floor of an apartment block. When we got to our new home, it felt like a permanent vacation. In Byron Bay, you often saw people walking barefoot down the street or throughout the supermarket. Okay. The air was relaxed without any real schedule. And I think I fell in love with each and every corner of it even before I opened the car door and struck the gruff-looking boy who would be my neighbor from then on. Oliver had unkempt hair and baggy clothes and looked like a savage. Georgia, my mother, liked to tell the story over and over. She'd say she nearly dragged him into our house to give him a bubble bath. Fortunately, the Jonases came out just when she was grabbing him by the sleeve. I thought something else, but okay. She let him go when she realized the root of the problem was right here in front of her. Mr. Jones, smiling in a poncho daubed with paint, stretched out his hand. Next page. And Mrs. Jones hugged her, leaving her frozen to the spot. My father, my brother, and I laughed when we saw the stupefied look on her face. "I suppose you're the new neighbors," Oliver's mother said. "Yeah, we just got here," my father replied. Their talk stretched on a few minutes, but Oliver didn't seem especially interested in welcoming us. His face was bored, and I watched him take a slingshot and a stone out of his pocket and aim at my brother Justin. He hit him on the first try. I smiled because I knew we'd get along. Anyways, that was the end of Axel's 2 POVs. I don't really know what to call it, but anyways, yeah. Next, we're going on to Leah's POV, which is just 1 page, but I'm gonna make a whole separate video for that one. So stay tuned if you guys like this book, which I'm enjoying. Yes, like I already see we're already being introduced to Leah. Literally, we got introduced to Leah literally on the first POV, which was Axel. So that's a good start, honestly, because yeah. But anyways, I hope you guys liked this video. If you guys liked it, make sure to leave a like. Duh. If you guys didn't, dislike or just comment down below whatever you guys want. If you love this video, please subscribe, because I would appreciate it if you guys decide to support me. If you guys don't decide to support me, it's okay. I promise you will soon. And I will see your review for sure. So, whatever. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good day, or had a good day. I don't know what time zone you're in right now. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching my videos and for watching this video. If you guys haven't watched any of my videos in the past, make sure to go ahead and check them out. Anyways, yeah, that's it for today. Hopefully you guys stay blessed, and I love you guys. Bye.